Hello, and welcome to Simple Shop Creation. And in this video, I'm going to go through the steps on how to paint this cabinet here and before you. As you can see, first step will be to remove drawers and the doors and all the hardware. And then once that's done, we'll move on to the next step. Taking apart the cabinet here, you'll see in a few seconds here, camera will move up and you can see the colors coffee tea station that we have here in front of you. We're going to paint the cabinets to match a kitchen island. So if you look to the left, or the lighter color, it's a Valspar natural linen, I believe it's called, and then the green back there is a green pewter, and then the doors or the cabinets are going to be painted the Valspar calls a hot cocoa. So you see all that paint. You'll see the hot cocoa pop up here in a minute or two when I start to paint the cabinet. So with that, let's just continue on with the project. So that little screwdriver that you see there, battery powered screwdriver, it's a Wen screwdriver. It's 4-volt lithium ion battery. Also has a flashlight and comes with about 40 bits in a little small case. Also, that screwdriver can be twisted where it becomes straight and not as you see it the way I'm using it. So it's a little small Wen, nothing fancy. It gets the job done. Now off camera, I taped up the cabinet around the sides and the baseboard and even in the inside. And now I am rinsing down or wiping down the cabinet with just an alcohol, rubbing alcohol. There you can see I'm going to use Bin 123 as the primer, which is a white primer, shellac primer. And just a moment ago, that was the dog Briggs, who politely showed his backside to you. So there, I'm just going to go ahead and paint the cabinet face. I did not sand or anything. I just wiped it down with alcohol, and that's all I did. I'm going to put one coat on here and we'll call it quits on that, and then we'll move to the doors and the drawer faces. Here I'm priming the doors and the two drawer fronts outside, which was a mistake as it's uber hot outside, and as soon as I put the paint on, pretty much dries. So what I did here was I just painted one side and then waited about 15 minutes, and then I actually had to move the doors and drawer faces over to another bench, which you can see in the background there, because the sun started to beam on that table there in front. And then I just flipped them over and did the other side with primer again. Now once I'm done here priming, we're going to head back inside, and then we're going to start to actually paint cabinet with the Valspar hot cocoa paint, which is coming up in a few. Hey, here we are. We are now painting the face frame of this cabinet. As you can see here, the primer's all done. I actually put on 2 coats of primer. I'll mention that again later at the end of the video. Here we're going to paint the face frames. I'm going to put 3 coats of that hot cocoa Valspar paint on the face frame, and then eventually we will move into the hallway where I moved all the drawer front and door front onto a makeshift platform where I can paint those the same color as the face frame. And there again I will put 3 coats on the front, 2 coats on the back. Also you'll see where I made some had to do some sanding because there's some buildup, some runs on the paint on some of the doors and drawer fronts. And you'll see I'll just sanded it down. You see the white, and I'll just paint over it. And then once that's done, it's just assembling the doors and drawers back into the cabinet. And then you'll see me pop in on the floor with the dog, explain what I did again. So enjoy. There you have it. Finished painted cabinet on our coffee and tea drink station. We just basically used the bin primer, didn't even sand it, just painted it on, and then used regular Valspar paint that you get at your Lowe's, and that we use on our walls. So just typical wall paint, no cabinet paint or nothing was used on this. And I put on, as you can see, 3 coats, 2 coats of primer, and then 3 coats of paint on the front and the face boards, and only 2 coats on the back of the drawers and stuff like that. And you can see my dog wants to get into the picture. So that's it. This is all done. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Until next time, have a healthy and happy day.